There is no way we're going to blow this. No way we're going to blow this. 28-3, is it? The Chicago Bears with an outstanding first half of football, both on offense and defense. The offensive line is playing its ass off. It's great to see the connection between Justin Fields, DJ Moore, and Justin Fields and Cole Kmet continues for the second straight week. Danny Shimon, your first half thoughts, and then we'll turn it over to Coach T, who I'm anxious to hear because he was at Soldier Field last week, and he was saying, I think Luke Getsy's finally getting it. So, Danny, you go first, and then Coach T, jump in, please.
Yeah, a couple of things. First of all, I think the Commanders just took the Bears for granted. I think they thought they were going to come in off this, that big loss, and they're going to come in and just kind of roll over. But the Bears came ready to play, and you mentioned it. Although the offensive line, both in run blocking and pass blocking, Justin's had a clean pocket, had time to go back there and diagnose and find DJ Moore down the football field there for those big connections. They also use that quick game where they 1, 2, 3, bam, balls out of his hands, which what Coach T and I have been talking about here on these very airwaves here, and also the run blocking. They're moving guys, and I keep saying Davis and Wright can move guys, and you see Khalil Herbert bust a couple big runs behind those two big boys, so that's huge right there. Defensively, I think Greg Stroman's done a real good job playing that nickel corner. Defensive line still cannot really get pressure on Sam Howell, but I think I saw 4 blitzes there by Matt Eberflus, so that's a great thing there, because there was one with a cover 0, and I believe it was they brought everybody there, and then they brought pressure and they had to get rid of the ball, and there was a couple of times they forced the Commanders to go ahead and punt. So keep up the aggressiveness both offensively and defensively. Do not let the foot off the pedal. Let's keep attacking. Let's keep no mistakes. Justin's thrown a ball away 3 or 4 times. Doesn't take sacks. That's good to do as well. But it looks like Justin's more comfortable now. Whatever it is, whether it's Claypool not there anymore, or just I think it's just the offensive line doing a great job of just kind of blocking. Even though they lost their center, even though Borum is playing left tackle for them, they're doing a nice job of keeping that front 4 of the Commanders at bay.
So first of all, rest in peace to the standard. Dick Buck has got to give a huge shout out to him and what he means to Chicago Bears fans before we get into it. But listen, man, I've been critical, very critical of Luke Getsy. So I'm a double back and give him his props, right? So as Aldo mentioned, I was at the game last week, and listen, you felt good football just being in the present. We knew we had something working. I was concerned that if we would, try to get too cute coming back on the day, or if he would be able to build on that, right? So I think Herb Street said it on the announcement of the game. With the formations, you try to make everything look the same, but 1,000 different outcomes. That's kind of the saying of offensive coordinators. So you want to have the same formation, but you want to have 1,000 different outcomes. You want to have 3 or 4 different plays for every formation. And I think Luke Getsy is starting to do that. He and Justin are synced in, locked in together, and you're starting to see the outcomes starting to come together. Of course, the O-line coming together with us being so banged up earlier. Nice to see Tevin Jenkins get in there and get some reps in the running game, even though his feet don't look like they're really agreeing with his head right now. But that's okay. He's gonna get those run game reps in, and he's gonna be in there. And they're starting to move and push people off the ball, whether they're going straight kind of gap concepts or power lead concepts, or they're going with the draw. They're starting to move people off the ground. Off the ball, you see in there following up even blocks and finishing blocks. Those are all good things. And anytime you get DJ one-on-one in those matchups, it's going to be good. Just like Danny said, Luke, we've been calling for the quick hitches, the slants, the short pass concepts all season long. And he's starting to dial them up. And what happens is those open things up down the field. You can start hit the double moves and all that other stuff. It's starting to set other things up. So we're loving to see it right now. I hope they keep going. Of course, what Danny said, stay aggressive. Keep running the ball. Keep going play action. Stick with your scripts. Now, Luke, go back to your scripts and the plays that you put check by. You know what I'm saying? Now run your counter plays off of that. Run your counter plays off of that. If they don't stop it, make them stop it, and then start checking off your counter plays. Your halftime adjustments got to kick in right now in order for us to keep it going.
And then one thing I mentioned jokingly on the Buffon 55, I said, Luke Getzey, if you're listening, use the Philly, the brotherly shove or the tush push on short 4th-and-1s. And so far, I think 3 or 4 times they've used it. Also, they've used the I formation, which with the fullback out in front of Khalil Herbert. So, those are the things you got to keep going and maintain that rushing attack. I think Herbert's got almost 80 yards in the first half. So that's the key there. A balanced offense where you got running game, you got good offensive line blocking, good pass blocking, and Justin's on fire here in the first half. So,
Coach T, from an adjustment standpoint, is there anything that Matt Eberflus needs to do based on what you've seen in the first half?
I think he, like Danny said, he needs to stay aggressive, right? Start mixing up the looks. Not so much every time you have to come with the blitz, but start mixing up the look. Get the quarterback, get Sam Howell, seeing ghosts a little bit. Now you can start staying aggressive, but being a little bit acute with rolling coverage down, buzzing coverages down, because the kids he's off the kilter right now. So keep that going. And then from Luke Getzey's standpoint, again, you have to go to your call sheet, see what you checked off in the first half. Like that's what we're doing on the sidelines with that call sheet. You're checking off your plays that worked in the first half, but also start looking quickly to your counters, because understand that the Commanders are going to go into halftime and say, what is the one thing we need to stop? Okay, we need to stop the draw play. Okay, start having your counter play off the draw play. Start having your counter plays off, your quarterback rollout motions or whatever the case. Start going to your counters early so you can stay one step ahead of Jack Del Rio.
Danny, what about the play of the Bears defensive line? Do you still want them? You said earlier that you want them to continue to attack, but do you think that would you be angry if they drop the 7 guys and try to get a pass rush with the 4 guys, given they've got this big lead?
They're not going to get. I mean, at 4 games, 5 games now, they're not going to get there with 4 guys. I mean, we pretty much know that. So, but what you can do now with the lead, you don't have to be as aggressive as like I say, if you're trying to cause a turnover, but still mix in that pressure. So, disguise your blitzes. Don't always come with a linebacker. Maybe come with a slot corner or even a safety. I mean, Jaquan Briscoe is a pretty good blitzer, and we're coming off from the secondary. So, I would still be aggressive, especially pick and choose. Maybe on 3rd downs. I mentioned earlier, 4 blitzes in the first half. 2 of them, I believe, were on 3rd downs, caused the Commanders to go ahead and punt the ball. So that's where you pick and choose. Now, the Commanders are going to probably start throwing the ball more because they're down so big here in the first half. So I think now you can drop back in coverage. But again, do not stop blitzing, because we know they're not going to get there with 4 guys. And I don't care, who the cornerbacks are. If the quarterback has like 7-8 seconds to look, they're going to find somebody. So just do not stop the aggressiveness, but pick and choose, when and where you're going to go ahead and bring that extra man.
Coach, Whitehair steps in for the injured Lucas Patrick, who went in for a concussion, to be checked on a concussion. I was terrified, frankly, because, we've moved him around back and forth. He was supposed to be the starting center at the start of the year, but injuries to Tevin Jenkins and so forth had to switch things around. He actually looked good in those 2 or 3 series that he played at center. Your assessment of Cody Whitehair?
Yeah, I'm not overly concerned because he started, like you said, he started mini camp and training camp at that position. So the familiarity is there. You're really concerned about, I was really nervous about the first snap under center, making that exchange. I was really, really nervous about that, but that went off. I believe they did do one under center center snap exchange, and it went off without a hitch. That was the one I was really concerned about. The operation seems to be running smoothly. He's got a lot of reps there. So, what I'm saying, like I said, I want him to keep it going. And again, continue to work Tevin into his reps there. Larry's doing a good job. What I'm saying, Nate Davis and Darnell Wright are locking down the right side. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it rolling. I would like to see a lot of counters, right, coming out of this second half, because I think they ran a lot of leads on the front on the first half. So I would like to see some of those counters out of shotgun and start getting those guards and tackles moving opposite of the strength of the formation as your countermeasures. I can't emphasize enough Luke Getsy's now starting to employ your countermeasures. Don't wait to make your adjustments. Go ahead and make them now and stay one ahead of Jack Del Rio. Let's bring them from home. So
there was that one
so
snap,
we all can have some
snap where it was a high snap, and Justin made a great one-handed play to go ahead and be able to corral it and hand it off to Herbert. So I think that's where I'm going to be a little worried with Whitehair, his shotgun snap. So we'll see how that goes.
Coach, you got a toast you want to make?
Yeah. I'm not toasting yet. I'm just sipping on a little bit of some of the haterade, that's been going on. Look, all the fire Justin Fields and draft Caleb Williams talk that was going on this week. I'm having a little fun with it right now.
Good for you. And we've got to put in our accolades for DJ Moore. Danny, what a sensational first half. He had 5 catches on 5 targets, 137 yards. He's averaging 27.5 yards per catch and 2 touchdowns in 1 half of play. Your thoughts on DJ Moore?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Commander secondary isn't the best out there. They've been torched a lot the recent weeks. So I mean, this is one where he might be going up against Emmanuel Forbes, who's a rookie. So continue feeding him. We've seen balls down the field. We've seen some quick hitting slip screens, real quick hitting plays. Just get the ball in his hands. I even wouldn't mind seeing him on some couple of jet sweeps, just hand the ball off in the backfield and see what he does with that. So the big thing with DJ Moore is his balance and his power. And balance after contact, he'd be able to kind of bounce off tacklers and be able to break tackles and get more yards after the catch. So that's a key thing, a key part of his repertoire. So continue, to go to him. Darnell Mooney's been close a couple times there, and that play in that corner. How the hell is that not pass interference? I mean, come on. Yeah. Even the media, the broadcast referee, I forgot his name, said that was pass interference. So, but they were able to come back and score on that touchdown to Komet. So again, be aggressive, be smart. Don't give them a short field, but turn the ball over. Komet scares me again when he goes in the big crowd. Deron Payne was able to punch that ball out, but he was able to recover it. So secure the ball, no turnovers, and just continue. Again, be balanced on offense, run game, pass game. And defensively, and continue now. You can play a little bit more of your game. Drop back some coverage, and again, be aggressive. Pick your times to be aggressive, and hopefully come out here with a victory.
Coach T, you get the final word.
I just want them to play loose the second half. You know what I'm saying? Don't let your keys tighten up the second half. Play loose. You know what I'm saying? Kiss the girl you brought to the dance. I was going to use another phrase.
Go ahead.
I'm going to keep it PG-13. Kiss the girl you brought to the dance. All right, make your halftime adjustments. And again, you know what I'm saying? Let's get this one for Bears fans. Like, we deserve it. It's been almost a year. Like, let everybody, bring this one home so we can take a shot tonight for Bears Nation. And shout out to the Bears fans at the game tonight. We hear you loud and proud.
Indeed.
Our very own John Buffon's out there.
Yeah, that's right. John Buffon is there, which is why I'm here, and I will be here after the game with Coach T and Danny Shimon. By the way, B Miners just let us know that Rashawn is in concussion protocol. Hopefully he'll be all right and be able to get back into this game. But most of all, let's hope for a win for Dick Butkus. If you're on X, hashtag it, win for Butkus, and we will see you all immediately after the game. Goodbye.